You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
So we're out and about here at BRFM on the Monday Night Community Show, and we're still aboard LV21, and I think we're in the wheelhouse at the moment, and we're joined with Pavey. Pavey, firstly, it's good to speak to you.
You too, Daniel. Welcome on board.
Now, I was wondering if you could tell our listeners, what is LV21?
LV21 is a historic lightship. It's the last one ever built of its kind. It was launched in 1963. So this year she turns 50, which is a great year for us. Means that LV21 is now a national historic ship.
Pretty amazing, and you're a part of that history now.
We are, and we feel really privileged to have this part of maritime heritage, and especially with this vessel. LV21 was mostly moored throughout its service history in the Kent coast, so Goodwin Sands, outside Deal, the Varn station, so it feels really nice to have been able to bring her back to her kind of home ground, and also actually to meet some of the actual crew who used to work on her.
So how did you come to find LV21?
Well, me and my partner Gary, we both work in the arts sector, and we've always felt quite inspired by River Medway, and we wanted to look at developing some kind of arts venture, an arts venue that helps attract new audiences for arts, and felt that perhaps River Medway is a bit overlooked and there's potential for a floating cultural venture or a project space. Hence we looked at securing a vessel. Somewhere down the line it turns into a lightship. And from that, it was a long, I'd say a 5-year process of identifying a correct vessel, and then rest is history.
So what do you do aboard LV21?
Well, currently LV21, we've had her for 3 years. We're very much in the middle of the restoration process still. So a lot of the time we're not actually officially open to public. We're still doing lots of structural works. Although even those times we do welcome random visitors, but always best to check whether we're here or not. But we open up regularly, I'd say pretty much once a month for public events. So open weekends. We look at lots of events that revolve around maritime history and skills. So rope making, knots, Morse code, signalling, different types of maritime heritage activities linked with lots of arts activities across art forms. So anything from a gig to a theatre performance to children's workshops to artists in residencies.
So if our listeners would like to find out more, do you have contact details or website?
Yes, for anybody wanting to find out more about what we do and also opportunities to take part and get involved. We're always looking for new shipmates, new volunteers. Our website is www.lv21.co.uk. Well, today we're hooking up with people.
Yeah, it'd be good to talk about today. Actually, yeah.
Well, today we're hooking up with people aboard LV21. We're hoping to catch a bumper catch of people's stories about what creative things they'd like to see in Swale and Medway. And as part of Creative People and Places programme, we hope that this is a start of finding out what people want, responding to that information, and then hopefully together creating something pretty exciting in the next 3 years.
Pavey, thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel.
So we're out and about, and we're capturing the day aboard LV21 as part of the Creative People and Places project. And I'm up in the radio room and I'm joined with Colin. Colin, thank you for speaking.
That's right. Yeah, hi there. My job here, my freelance, if you like, volunteer work is to operate a radio station, a shortwave radio station, an amateur radio station. The lightship has its own call sign, GB2LV, and we have that licence from Ofcom, and I contact other amateur radio stations. My other function is to teach soldering and craft skills to young people, and also not so young people that come on board as part of the cultural efforts of the station. We like to support local artists and local young people, and soldering, constructing electronic kits is part of that.
So it's a kind of introduction into basic engineering in a way?
Yes, it is. I personally feel very strongly that young people need to be encouraged to learn engineering skills, soldering being one of them, and they can make amplifiers here or a small medium wave radio receiver. We have been funded by Medway Council, and they provided money for kits to be purchased, and we can get the youngsters to make the kit and then take it away, and hopefully that will inspire them in the future into a career in electronics. Of course, we just need the jobs out there to make use of those skills.
So how long have you been involved with LV21? How did this setup come about?
Well, many years ago, I had a dream, believe it or not, that I would be involved with a red ship, teaching young people electronics. And purely by chance, I walked down the quay with my wife, and there was the light ship. And one thing led to another. I was invited on board, offered my skills. I'm actually an ex-teacher, and I do youth work anyway, and it just fell into place. I've offered this soldering activity, and it appears to be liked by the children, well, not so young children, the teenagers, and really it's the fulfilment of a dream that I've had. I'm very pleased to be able to do this. I'm very grateful to Gary and Pavey for allowing me to come on board and to carry out this work in the community.
So if anybody would like to find out more or contact you, would they do that through the LV21 website?
Yes, come on the LV21 site. Keep an eye on our events. We have regular events throughout the year. I'm very often here on a Sunday, operating the amateur radio station, sending Morse code. But then we have special events where the public are invited on board and they can try these soldering skills. So any young people that are interested in learning anything about electronics, then come on board. You'll be very welcome, and we'll try and teach you new skills.
Well, thank you very much for coming.